location where people live. So it won't see, because I know a lot of times when we see these shows and girls like, I want a man that make 100,000, and most of these shows are filmed in Atlanta, whereas 100,000 is really not that hard. You know, it's a lot of people who make $100,000. A
lot of opportunities to
get that. A lot of opportunities to do that. Or if you're in New York, the same thing. If you're somewhere, you know, where the opportunities are great, that's going to look different than if somebody who's in a small town, and it's just a different, you know what I'm saying? So.
And the other thing too is this idea of the average. I do agree that you should take the mean when you're looking at stats like that, because when you take the average, you have those who it may skew that average, because you might have a few men that are making millions, and then those who are making a little bit of nothing, and it offsets that amount. But
yes, Miss Taken. Yes, that is correct.
But that if you look at that mean number, it'll look a little different, and it'll probably be even worse for when we were looking at Black men. If we look at that mean, it would probably make that average even smaller if we look at the mean, because now we don't have that, you know, that high, those few who are millionaires numbers to bring that average a little higher.
But this is also why white men, I think is what, $9,000 more than Black men. That's why they make more, is because they have more white men that have that billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. So it's raising their number up.
It's not just that, but the thing is,
it is that there are more of them than more of us at the tippity top. You can't dispute that.
There's a lot of things to dispute. There's a lot of Black men who are in jail. There's a lot of Black men who are dropping out of high school.
You can't dispute my statement, though, of why when you talk about the averages, why they're that $9,000 that they make more on average, more than the Black man.
Okay, so if you want to focus on that, Caesar, then why are white men getting married on average more than Black men? Because they're not all billionaires.
So, and let me just say this too.
Because of the Pew Research, I told you that white women will take an average white guy.
So let me just say this real fast. So I just did.
No, there's not. There's not a lot of Black men in jail. There's less than 1 million Black men that are in jail. There's only 1.8 million of everybody that's in jail, all races.
Shan, I want to ask him one thing. So you're saying, Caesar, that the average Black man, if he proposed to the average Black woman, she would decline it? Is that what you're telling me?
I am saying,
right.
I am saying that the average Black woman is overweight. So you're not even getting to that talking about marriage, because you're not even making that.
No, but you talk in circles. You say that most people are average, so that means they're okay. If you say most people are average, then you can't keep pulling on the things where they're not average. You're saying in totality, most people are average. So then that means most Black people are average, men and women.
Yes.
So then
men and women are average.
Then they're perfectly fine to marry. They don't have to be superior in all the things, because no one.
You understand? There's a difference. You can be average. You don't have to be overweight or obese. What are you talking about?
But I'm saying Black men are obese and overweight too.
So listen to this. Even with that being said, I think the problem is, I think Maroon hit it on the nail. So I'm gonna start with women first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Women, I think we do need to do a better job at being, active in the gym, caring a little bit more about our weight. I also believe that we need to watch our tone a little bit. Sometimes we can yell, get that whole thing out of control, do a woosah, and come, speak a little different, right? As far as men, I think that there's one thing that you mentioned earlier, and I think that there's a comfort in the meat not being more than, I don't want to say the bullet average.
I said, just say it.
No, I was trying to find the word. It wasn't trying to say it. It's just, I think we're just comfortable in just doing good enough, right? Because even when I think about things, we always promote trades, right? And so I looked up even with plumbing, and to me, everybody wants to be a plumber, but what about the people who make money when you're a plumber? It's what's called a master plumber. a master electrician, right? Not necessarily the tech, but the master. And even when we're talking about master plumbing, that's led by whites. We're actually the lowest in the field. For electrician, only 9.3% of us get the master level. And then when it comes to plumbing, only I found it, when it comes to African Americans, 9.6%. So we're going out to be plumbers, but we're not trying to be the master. So you want to be the tech of the master. So why won't we try to do like, hey, if I'm gonna be a plumber, I'm gonna be, because I don't see anything wrong with a plumber. I don't see anything wrong with an electrician, but why wouldn't we want to be the master plumber or the master electrician? Does that make sense?
There's also stats saying
I think you should strive to do more, do better. I agree.
Caesar, there was also a stat saying in most Black married households, the Black woman is the head of household financially. So, okay, that's just another stat.
That was what I was trying to say in general about.
That's not true either.
Look, that's not what we're trying to do here.
That was what I was going to say, is that when Black women are being compared to other races, I just think it's unfair, because other races and ethnicities are not dealing with the same barriers, that we have as Black women with Black men. And that's not to like downplay. I honestly am not trying to say, Black men ain't ish. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they're not dealing with the same set of barriers or issues that Black men and women have when it comes to mating and resources and things like that, versus other women, what they have to choose in their own race and ethnic groups. The mindset around marriage is different in their groups than it is in ours. The mindset around family is different in their group than it is ours. The issue with income and men being the head of household is very different in their group than it is ours. So we're not always comparing apples to apples. And even for me, I'm guilty of running those stats and saying, well, women only marry at 29% and all of these other races, but they're not dealing with all of those other structures within their racial group that we have to deal with as a group.
Yeah.
So that's my only concern and
but
issue.
You caused the problem, mistaken. You're the one that caused the problem, not you personally, but the single motherhood is the issue.